Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to my podcast, A Conversation with Kylie Padilla. And today, our topic is a conversation about failure. So, my first question for you guys is so, what has been the biggest failure in your life? And what was the process through the failure? Okay, so I think failure is a setup for a rebirth. And the failure that I'm going to talk about is something that I had been running from for the longest time in my life. And meron ding trauma na kabit sa kanya, which is why the failure that I'm talking about, medyo mabigat siyang i-navigate. Especially for someone like me, I am a fierce perfectionist and I'm very hard on myself. So, yung failure na pinagdaanan ko, and it was very public also, medyo dinibdib ko talaga siya. 'Di ba sinasabi natin, you shouldn't take life too seriously. Because life is really just a play. Kasi lahat naman tayo, 'di ba? We're all gonna die and we're all gonna go back to the universe kung saan tayo nanggaling. So, really, we shouldn't be taking our lives too seriously. Pero, I have the problem of sometimes taking life too seriously. And itong pinagdaanan ko, I let it get to me. And minsan, when I'm weak and when I'm tired, and 'di ba, pag drained ako, naapektuhan pa rin ako sa mga nakikita ko, nababasa ko. And actually, that's normal because we're all human. But if you're in a growth mentality and in a growth mindset, mas pipiliin mong umiwas na lang doon sa mga yon so that you can grow with love. Kasi yun naman talaga ang pinaka-healing source natin is love pa rin. So doon pa rin tayo babalik after we go through hardships in our lives. So failure. I'm gonna go a little bit personal because I feel like I learned a lot and sa pinagdaanan ko, and it was very public, and ayoko na siyang takbuhan. I want to be able to say what I need to say and be done with it. Kasi meron na namang mga bagong issue and mga things na lumalabas na nakakapagod na po siya. Like, I care more about myself and how I'm gonna make it out of whatever the issue is than yung issue itself. Ayoko nang i-associate yung sarili ko doon. I have moved on. My life has begun again. And that's what I think failure is. Failure is to be able to have the opportunity for a rebirth. So, para akong pinanganak ulit dun sa failure ko kasi ganun siya kahirap. My family had gone through a separation and I was heartbroken because I've been through it twice. But ang pinakamasakit po kasi doon, and I know one day they might be watching this, is because merong dalawang batang naipit sa gitna. And I did my best to be able to protect them. Kahit nandun na kami sa pinakamahirap na part. Doon na, yung papunta na kami doon sa hiwalayan. So, yun lang yung pinaka mahirap sa akin nung time na yun, is that I couldn't do anything more para baguhin yung mga nangyayari. Because the other things were not in my control na. They weren't in my control na. And talagang pinaglaban ko to the best of my ability yung kaya kong ipaglaban. But it just so happened na dumating na yung time na hindi na talaga po siya reversible and repairable. I think also, it's also a lesson in facing your fears and not to be controlled by your fears, because yun nga yung fear na nangyari sa akin na baka nga maulit siya sa akin in my family, and kakatakbo ko. Maybe I work too hard to try and not repeat what happened in my own family, sa actual family ko. And mas failure yung hindi ko naprotektahan yung mga bata. I couldn't do enough. And, sometimes in life, ganun po talaga. It's not always wins sa buhay. Talagang darating tayo sa point na mawawasak tayo and darating sa point na talagang we're made to suffer. Kasi suffering is a gateway for growth. It's a gateway for you to become a better person. Kung yun yung path na iti-take mo. Sorry about my mic, ganyan siya. Dalawang path po kasi yan. And it's a process. So, ano po yung process na sinasabi ko? When that happened to me, unang-una I was in denial. Because, syempre, hindi ko siya matanggap na yun na yung reality ko. And, sa totoo lang, kaya minsan, it's a very sensitive topic for me to talk about, is because, ever since po na bata ako, all I ever wanted was a complete family. Yun talaga yung hinihingi ko kay God. Di ba? Pag nagdadasal tayo. Kasi okay naman ako financially. I was provided for. Very blessed ako. And, yun lang yung hiningi ko talaga kay Lord. Na, bigyan mo ako ng purpose, ng family. Naalala ko nga when I was working Encantadia days. I've told this story so many times. But, Encantadia days, I had a condo, diba? Super blessed ko. I'd lived alone. I didn't have anybody with me. I was very independent. But, nandun kasi yung loneliness. Pag, diba, pag uuwi ka, pagod ka, walang nag-aabang sa'yo. And then, aalis ka. Wala ding, magpapaalam or walang nag-ready ng food. Walang family na right there when you come home. And, super sabik ko sa family. Because I think there was a wound na tinatry kong in-nurse pa nung time na yun. And we'll get to that. Pag-uusapan din po natin yung mga ganyang bagay sa podcast na to in the next few episodes. But we'll get there. Anyway, so, yun lang talaga when I was praying to God. Bigyan niyo po ako ng purpose. And minsan, nagkakaroon po ako ng vision na may hawak akong kamay ng bata. And alam kong lalaki yung mga anak ko. Alam ko before I had kids na lalaki siya. Kasi nakita ko na siya in my visions before pa ako mabuntis. Nakita ko na. So, you can imagine the kind of pain na sometimes meron pa rin. I mean, tao lang tayo. Pero, hindi siya yung parang I want it back. Hindi na siya ganun. Tanggap ko na siya. And it makes me a better person and a stronger person. Kasi, I accept na may mga pagkakamali din ako. Diba, pag may nangyari sa'yo, bigla ka na lang umiiyak out of nowhere. And then, minsan may identity crisis ka. Like, you lost a lot of who you are. And, diba, yung sacrifices na binigay mo, parang lahat na lang nawala sa isang iglap. So, talagang you have to start from the bottom and rebuild again. And I just want to share some stuff. Now, wag niyo takbuhan. I think sometimes in our generation, it's the generation of technology and social media. So, we have this fear of revealing that we might be going through something kasi we're scared to be judged. So, it's always a highlight reel. Palaging, okay ako, masaya ako, ganito yung nangyayari sa buhay ko. Oh, this is my life right now. It's like you're showing off that you're okay. Tapos kailangan maging loud ka na okay ka kasi ayaw mong kang talo. And I think sa pinagdaanan ko, it's much better to sit muna and try and process your emotions kasi you're gonna go through a lot of emotions. And also, kailangan mo pagdaanan. Lalo na sa mga single moms, I think this speaks more to you. Na kailangan mong pagdaanan ka at tinatry mo ring i-process yung pinagdadaanan ng anak mo. So, it's very, very, sobrang laking pag-adulting po ang kailangan kong matutunan. Kasi, you have to control what's going on inside you. try and process it. Pag kailangan mo umiyak, magtago ka muna, yung mga ganun. But, inaamin ko po na may times na I didn't hide. Nakita na ako ng mga anak kong umiiyak. And I know na hindi dapat sila masanay because it's not their job to comfort you. That's not their job. At hindi dapat sila masanay na sila yung sinasandalan mo. But I think sometimes it could be good for them kasi natututo silang magkaroon ng empathy. And ganun yung mga anak ko. They're very respectful. Pag nakikita nilang medyo wala sa mood si mama or malungkot si mama, they'll just ask, tatanungin nila ako, Mama, are you okay? And then sasabihin ko, yeah, I just need some time. I just feel a little sad right now, pero bigyan mo ako ng konting oras. I'll be okay in a bit. Tapos sasabihin niya, okay, Mama, gusto mo ng kumot? And then, kukumutan nila ako na I say, actually, anak, kailangan ko ng yakap. Can you hug me? So, Mama's happy. And magkakaroon kami ng konting bonding moment. And natuto sila kung paano mag-handle ng taong sad, 'di ba? Which is, I think it's good. Especially, mga lalaki yung mga anak ko. I want them to feel like it's okay to feel your feelings. And it's okay to show emotion. Gusto kong matutunan nila yun. And gusto kong matutunan nila na ang pag-iiyak is not a weakness. It's actually a display of strength kasi you've been strong for the longest time. Kasi now, honestly, I'm really at a place in my life where I have peace. I'm learning. I'm learning talaga how to be in a state of peace. Kasi talagang yun ang gusto kong pag-aralan after everything that happened. And also kasi ako yung anchor ng mga anak ko eh. Ang mga moms and parents na nanonood ngayon, they know na kung ano man ang nararamdaman mo, ma-share mo siya sa anak mo. So, if ever, kung ako, I feel irritated din yung mga anak ko because I'm sharing that energy to them. So, ang goal ko every day now is to be at a state where kalmado ako and I'm an instrument of love. Kasi hindi ka talaga gagaling if you stay in the state of hate, if you stay in the state of galit na galit ka, if you stay in a state na tinatakbahan mo yung nangyayari sa'yo. But that doesn't mean you don't have boundaries. It doesn't mean na accessible ka sa lahat. There have to be boundaries. And ang saya dun, kapag natututunan mo na ulit mahalin yung sarili mo, kusang lalabas yung mga boundaries mo and you just have to have the courage to be able to communicate your boundaries and not feel bad for it. And itatap din po natin yan sa ibang episode ng podcast ko. Yeah. For a time, a lot of people were asking me na, paano mo ginawa yun, Kylie? Paano mo ginawa na, like, hindi ko daw nilayo yung mga anak ko sa tatay nila. And ganito lang po kasi yun. Diba, I said na pinagdaanan ko po yun. Ay, yung separation. And what I learned from my mom is, yun nga, don't involve the kids. Kasi yung relationship ng mga anak mo sa tatay or na mommy nila, sa kanila lang yun. And my kids got even closer to their dad after nung paghiwalay. So, yun nga, gusto ko, ang root pa rin is love, even with their dad. Ganun din yung gusto ko. And hindi siya necessarily love from another person, like love in another romantic relationship. Yung kung paano mo lang huhugutin sa sarili mo, yung akala mong wala na. Yung akala mong wala na sa'yo, kung paano mo siya huhugutin ulit. And how you're willing to give it freely without any expectation. Yun yung natutunan ko. So, it made me a better person in the long run. And na-reveal din sa akin yung mga childhood traumas ko, the things that I need to heal on my own, na kung ano kailangan ko rin ayusin sa sarili ko for my next relationship. Kasi, I feel like, talagang totoo yung sinasabi nila, kung what you think you are, that's what you will attract in another partner. So, kung wasak ako and hindi ako maayos, and, I'm in a place where hindi ako aligned, then ganun din yung ma-attract ko. And, actually, the reality is, hindi lang ako naman yung makakasama ng kung ano yung sino yun yung bagong magiging partner ko. Nandun din yung mga anak ko. So, it's my obligation. My God! Ang hirap mag-adulting. Nung bata ako, wala. Bahala na, di ba? Kung toxic, edi toxic. Pero hindi na siya ganon. I think also na nangyari din yung nangyari. Kasi yun nga, di ba, sinabi ko kanina na I always used to pray for a family. Someone to provide for. And binigay naman siya. Binigyan ako ng 2 bata. And I still have a family even though ganito kami, iba yung setup namin. Pero may family pa rin ako. And feeling ko talaga binigay ni Lord yun para, ganito. Bibigyan kita ng 2. Ayusin mo na yung buhay mo, pwede. So what else did I do? I think sa mga taong nakasubaybay sa akin, they saw na I really tried to change physically. Diba kung nagpagupit ako, nagpakulay ako ng buhok, iniba ko yung kung paano ako magbihis. Kasi nga, meron talagang time na hahanapin mo ulit yung sarili mo. But I just wanna share also na don't forget to do the inner engineering sa loob. Kasi kung puro panlabas lang, minsan, nagiging ego-driven na siya na gusto mo lang pakita na, tignan niyo, okay lang ako. Kasi physically, I look good, right? Pero, deep inside, hindi pa rin. So, meron talagang component yun na kailangan mo siyang intindihin. And the most important part is, I think, the grieving. You need to grieve what you lost. And to forgive everyone who you feel like nirong ka. And also forgive yourself. Importante yun. It makes me proud to be who I am today. Kasi sa totoo lang talaga, nagbago talaga ako. Mas marami akong lessons now and wisdom now as a person. Nakaka-excite ikwento din sa mga bata. And sila talaga na yung driving force ko sa buhay ko. And I think they deserve someone who doesn't treat them like they're just there. They deserve to be treated like human beings. And kung ako, nakafocus lang ako sa pain ko, then hindi ko yun mabibigay sa kanila. And yan, I'm so grateful. I'm really grateful for the good memories of when I was a kid. Kasi naaalala ko yung mga ginawa ng mommy ko for me and our dad for me. So parang sabi ko, gusto ko rin gawin yun para sa mga anak ko. Yung mga simpleng bagay lang. Yung memories, the core memories that you make when you're young. Gusto ko rin ibigay yun sa kanila. And doon ako excited every day actually. Pero guys, tao lang ako. I mean, hindi na ako naapektuhan. That's why nakapag-tweet ako last time na wag niyo na ako itag sa mga posts ng ex ko kasi we really, 'di ba? Hiwalay 2 years na kami, 2 years, 3 years. 2 years na po kaming hiwalay. If you found happiness na, labas na po ako doon. I mean, it's just weird kasi parehas po kaming artista and I know that maraming invested po talaga kasi yung love story namin ng ex ko. Sino ba iba yan ever since from ligawan to naghiwalay to nagbalikan tas kinasal tas ngayon hiwalay. So parang full circle na po siya. Tapos na po yun. I mean, thank you so much. I'm really, really very grateful talaga sa mga taong kasama namin sa story namin. But tapos na po siya. I mean, tapos na po siya doon. And, the time will come where papaayos na namin yung papeles and tuloy na yung annulment, divorce, whatever. Pero, tapos na po talaga siya. I just wish na, matanggap nyo na rin. Kasi kami tanggap na namin. Yun lang. Lalaki po yung mga anak ko and sana maisip niyo rin na mababasa niya yung mga nakasulat nila. And, hindi, sa bagay, di ko na lang sila bibigyan ng Hindi, by the time naman na malaki na yung mga anak ko, siguro nakalipas naman na tong nangyayari na to. So, yeah, let's just be happy for everybody, 'di ba? And yun nga, matuto tayong kumilos from the love in our hearts. Yun talaga yung healing power po. I know, sobrang cliche niya, but hindi mo talaga siya mahanap sa ibang tao. Ikaw na mismo ang mag-heal sa sarili mo, and the grace of, the universe, God, whoever your God is, di ba? Kung ano man religion ka, that's it. Yun po yung tinuturo doon. And, di ko talaga siya mahanap sa ibang tao. So, sarili ko na lang atupagin ko. Yung kabaliwan ko na lang ang aayusin ko. Diba? Diba? Para ma-attract natin yung tamang tao. Yun po ang mas malaking adventure na i-explore po natin in the rest of the episodes in this podcast. Tapos tignan natin kung, diba, kung maging maganda ang tanggap ng mga tao. I'm not sure. As I said when I posted about this, I'm only trying new things, diba? Baka naman And I also want to share some wisdom that I learned along the way. So, excited ako para sa journey na yan. Let me know kung kamusta yung podcast sa inyo. And thank you so much po sa lahat ng nanood. I hope na may natutunan kayo. Always happy to be able to share some wisdom and be more than just a pretty face. Charot, I'm not putting that in. Anyway, love and light, everybody. Hope you have a good day and keep the love always. Goodbye.